All right, it is day 102. We slept in a little patch of wetness. Good news, all of our sleeping stuff is dry. Bad news, everything else is wet and dirty. We're hoping to get out of the jungle up to the ridge to dry everything out and then avoid rain all day. It's very aspirational. Pamela, how do you feel?
Cold.
Yeah, cold, wet, damp,
Sticky.
dirty,
Sad.
smelly.
Yes.
All of those things. These flowers are just a real treat. I want to call them tiger lily, but I don't really know. They're really beautiful in the dew and the sun. So Pam was in front of me, so I gotta believe she did not see this, but that is the most disgusting looking snake I've ever seen. Looks like a giant bug. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. Oh my goodness, the horrors of the jungle. Ugh.
Hello. Okay, things are improved. My hat's a little crooked. It's probably the least of my concerns. But anyway, just want to do a little update. Today has been going better than expected. Once we got out of camp, there was a little bit of sunshine, which was nice. We kind of thought we might not get much sunshine until we were out of this like valley, but sun was getting through. So that's good. The plants started to dry off a little bit, so they got us a little less wet. And yeah, things are looking up. The one thing, I'm gonna have to cut this off, but I'll just show you. We're dealing with like a lot of blowdown situations. I think somebody said there were like around 100 in this section. I don't know how long that is, but like how many miles the section is, but similar to like after San Jacinto, there were like 95 or 100, something like that. So we've done it before. We'll do it again, but it definitely slows you down a little, but it's not raining and it's not cold and I am still wet, but not nearly as wet as I was. And yesterday, oh my gosh, it was so rough. I was like, even before it was like raining and the hail and everything, I was more tired than I've probably been like the entire trail. It was terrible. So it's gonna be a good day and I'm gonna go get across these trees. Guys, I don't know why I find this so funny, but literally this blowdown, first of all, it's not like across the trail, like horizontally. I'm not thinking of the right words, but anyway, it's not like that log up there is like, oh, it's across the trail, you just go under it or over it, around it. No, it's like the length of the trail, and it's a freaking giant Christmas tree. There's like a mall Christmas tree on the trail. Okay, I'm sorry, this is just cracking me up.
These bugs are crazy. They like flutter upwards and then just drop straight down. It's so interesting. I've never seen a bug move like that. It's so cool. Wow. I wish I could capture it better.
Wow! There's like so many pretty water features on this section, and this has like this little waterfall, and then it like beautifully comes over this log, and then there's like this wide area with little stones and stuff, and then it goes down there, and it's very pretty.
This is the Metho River, which is the same one that flows through Mazama. And we today are going to its headwaters, which I find very exciting. Pamela finds distinctly unremarkable.
All right, a couple quick updates, nothing too exciting, but we are headed up to a pass of some form, and metho, or I don't know, something like that, that Henry wanted to go a little faster. He's like, oh, can I meet you at the pass? Sure, no problem. Anyway, of course, There's a big blowdown. I mean, there's tons of blowdowns, but for some reason this one, when I went over it, I just could not find the trail again. So I've spent the last probably 10 minutes trying to find the trail again. And of course my far out map is broken, as it is more often than not. Thankfully, had Gaia downloaded, so got back on the trail. That's the first thing. The other update is that I really enjoyed my Tootsie Pop from the parade the other day, and I was like, man, I should get some of these as a snack. But the problem is I only like the brown ones, which I think is like chocolate flavor. And so I was like, man, if I buy a bag of them, like most of them I'm not gonna eat, so that's not good. But then when we went to Mazama, to the general store, they sold them like individually for 25 cents. So I got one brown Tootsie Pop for each day, and I just ate mine for today, and it was delicious. Although I will say, if you like really diligently suck them and don't like bite them, you may have had this experience where they have these like kind of holes in them sometimes in the candy part, and they can get really sharp. And it cut my tongue. So my tongue kind of hurts now, but it was worth it. All right, I gotta go faster, so we're gonna cut this off. Some pretty impressive peaks we got here. We're getting out of the valley, which is really nice.
All right, we're at Methau Pass, or Methau, and it's a yard sale. All of our sleeping stuff is dry, and our tent's mostly dry. But this is just, I got up here a little bit before Pamela, so just decided to start putting the finishing touches on drying everything out in time for the afternoon rain to get all wet again.
All right, we've had some lunch. There was a little sprinkling and some ominous thunder, but I'm trying to stay optimistic. And it's very beautiful.
Dang, that is a nice new sign. And what is that? Sign for a toilet? Luxury.
Wow, again, kind of doing this thing where I know I'm taking too many videos of like the same thing, but this is just getting more and more remarkable. And it is drizzling, but not too bad yet. Oh, there it comes. Okay.
From here, it doesn't really even look like there's much of a path at all. Let's see what it looks like when we get ahead. That's where we're going. And that's where we came from. And it appears today we are running away from the rain. So far we've only been sprinkled on, and I hope it stays that way. Nope, didn't outrun it. It's raining. That is Mount Hardy. That is Tower Mountain. And that is Pamela. We are south and up above Granite Pass, and someone could conceivably want microspikes and ice axe, but there's not really a run out. And so I don't think most people would find it useful. And Pamela's pretty low threshold to get it out, and she didn't feel like she had to. We may have to cut some of these scenic shots, but we're approaching Cutthroat Pass. Still to our south. It's just insane. We elected to use ice axes here, mostly because we had them, not because of the exposure. The snow actually ends pretty much there. But we would not have felt, or at least I would not have felt unsafe without it. So many larches. Yeah. All right, we found the Trail Magic cooler.
I have a love-hate relationship with this. Nobody told us about this, but you don't know, this could just be, there's like a solid chance this is a cooler full of melted ice. It's just dirty water in there.
Or trash.
Or trash. That's even better, the floating cans.
All right.
We have to look. We have to look. It says PCT Hiker Trail Magic. It has a very cool sticker. Oh.
Ah!
Okay.
Yes, a little something, something. I love that beer.
Oh, yeah, those are really good. Wow.
Yes.
Exciting. All right.
You know, this is magical.
It makes it more magical when it's
Yeah,
there.
the suspense. Yeah.
Can be a real bummer sometimes. All right, we're doing a very brief walk on this little road here, which is where, it's a road, but it's also like the PCT for this section. Right around Rainy Pass, gonna cross the road and then continue down, and we're camping in just under 3 miles. It's right outside of the park boundary for North Cascades. Actually, let me flip this around. So I can't remember if I already said this or maybe Henry has said something about it, but basically, if you have a southbound PCT permit from the Terminus or Hart's Pass, however they do it, you can camp in the portion of the trail that is in the North Cascades National Park. If you do not, like we're just using like at the trailhead local permits until our permit takes effect, which is at Stevens Pass, then you cannot camp in the national park. So you have to hike through that whole section without camping, which is not a huge deal. It's like 17 miles, so it's not a problem, but it does kind of affect your days leading up to that because you need to, you can't just go as far as you want every day unless you can, unless you can hike like a ton of miles, you have to like kind of do the math and see. And so that's why we had to take 3 days going through this section because otherwise we would have done like 2 25-mile days, which is just like not something we're doing right now. So anyway, all of that to say, so this is like the last place that you can camp before the national park. And so we'll hike through the national park tomorrow. And you have to cross a pretty big road here, but it's very beautiful. That's for sure. Also, this is a very cute sign. These birds are like weirdly close. They just like don't really seem that bothered. I can't really see them very well because there's the bush, but they're just like chilling, hanging out here. Hi, buddy. He's so cute. Bopping around.
All right, Pamela, who does not like heights, does not like crossing rivers, is doing great.
Wow, that's just a really nice view with the fog there. Beautiful. All right, just want to do a really quick video of this tent. So in one specific regard, it may be the best pitch/tent adjustment Henry's ever done. So this is the head here, and you can't really tell, but the campsite is slanted a little bit this way. So when you pull these things out to give more head space, it's helpful because this ground is raised above where the head is, if that makes any sense. I'm sure it makes perfect sense if you have used a tent like this before, and it may or may not make sense if you haven't, because I'm not really explaining it that well. But what that would usually mean is that the other side, the ropes are even like it doesn't work as well on the other side because you're closer to the ground. Like, I'm not explaining this, but anyway, it works super well because there's this like ridge of dirt here. So this side, it works well because the head is elevated, and this side it works well because there's something higher that you can put the stakes into. So anyways, we are always in a palace, but we are in a mansion tonight, so very exciting. Oh, Henry's giving us a wave. Ready for bed. We got an early wake up tomorrow.